A man called Rowan Atkinson, he played Blackadder and Bean. It's time, whenever it's the case, to take a look at other characters. John English, a James Bond parody. John English, it's kinda good indeed. Yeah, this movie is actually based on an ad. It's based on a commercial. This was a character that Rowan Atkinson crafted for the Barclay cards, which was, made in the early 2000s. I don't know that much about what the ad was about, but he was a character that was reoccurring, and they made a movie based on it. And that might be just, rock bottom when it comes to movies based on other forms of media. Can it get lower than based on a commercial? I honestly don't know, but with Rowan Atkinson at the helm, we might actually be in for a good portion of laughter. So, the story is kind of simple. Johnny English is an incompetent, clumsy and buffoonish secret agent wannabe working for MI7. I think it was MI7, I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, now his boss makes it absolutely clear of his chances of becoming a secret agent. The only way you're going to become a secret agent English is if everybody else in the organization is dead tomorrow. Everybody's dead, English. You have to do this now. Now, of course, there is a big international conspiracy that needs to be revealed. There is an evil baddie that needs to be defeated, and there are women to seduce. And this man sure knows how to seduce. Am I right, ladies? Am I right, ladies? Oh, never mind. This movie is to the James Bond films what Naked Gun basically is to the cop movie, and it works in a sense. I mean, if no one ever told me that this was based on a commercial, I would have never knew it, because now Rowan Atkinson is a brilliant comedian. He has excellent timing, he has marvelous facial expressions, and also he is a great physical comedian, and he gets to use most of that thing in this movie. However, sometimes the joke sort of falls flat, sometimes it really works, and there is a good production value here, and there are some chases and stuff like that which looks really good. There is competence behind the camera and in front of the camera. No one does a cartoon villain quite as good as John Malkovich, and his Pascal is brilliant, and his plan is so cartoonish, genius and silly that you cannot help by loving it. Unfortunately, he gets basically the Marvel Cinematic Universe treatment, which is that he doesn't get a lot of screen time, and you wish that he was there more. Well, our main female lead is played by Natalie Imbruglia, who had a okay pop career at that time, and I would suggest that she would be better off singing and not do movies, and especially not comedies, because that is difficult. The movie drags on a little bit, in the middle, and it's hampered down by some cliches, and some stuff doesn't make any sense, and some jokes really falls flat. But as a whole, it's not a movie you regret seeing. It's not a bad movie per se. It is a pretty good movie, and helicopter. This movie works better than the Bean movies, mostly because I didn't like the character of Mr. Bean. I always felt sorry for him in some way, and that may sound strange, but that's generally how I felt about it. Rowan Atkinson's biggest problem for me has always been he works in the short format. His type of comedy and his type of characters is excellent for the TV format. I would definitely not have said no to a Johnny English TV show like 12 episodes or something like that. You know, a new case and everything goes wrong. And he could have a Baldric type character who would say the even more dumber things than he would do. And that maybe could have worked. In the end, I would say Johnny English is a pretty good time at the movies. It's a fun movie, nothing special. If you want to see something funny with Rowan Atkinson, but you don't want to see this one, see the sequel. Johnny English Reborn, made 8 years later, was surprisingly good and was very funny. It had a better story and better execution, and also it had the funniest rooftop chase in the history of time. In its simplicity, it's brilliant. I wouldn't, you know, super recommend it, but if it's on TV, see it. I think you probably won't regret it. It will deliver at least, you know, half a dozen really good afters. This movie gets the rating of 50. If you would look up the word okay, you'd probably end up seeing a poster for Johnny English at the same time. June. First month of the summer. After the warmest May in the history of Sweden, and with such fantastic weather, I have become greedy. Greedy for more sun. Until the next time, this is the Victor signing out.